Hey everybody, how's it going? I just come in from the garden and I'm making chicken soup supper, believe it or not, because it's damp and chilly. How's everybody do? Oh, my glasses are dirty. How's everybody doing today? Uh no, the chicken soup is not a video. You've seen me do enough of them. Tomorrow, tomorrow I am making tomorrow I am making blueberry blackcurrant jelly. I've got enough black currants. I still have some in the freezer from last year, but we didn't get a lot last year or this year. We got about 4 cups, 3 or 4 cups. Hi, get over here. Get over here. Now look, over here. Say hi. There's that. Oh my goodness. That's your Mona Lisa smile, isn't it? Isn't it? Did you go outside and go zooming with mommy? You went zooming and you chased butterflies. Yes. And I have some canned meat, some pork that even though it's okay, it's canned, it's good, but it's not, it's got a weird kind of flaky texture to it. So I think I'm going to dehydrate them for crazy treat. I'm sorry, I shouldn't say that word when I don't have any to give you. Oh, oh God, yes. Catch a back. Ow, 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 ow. Okay. The nails can go. Give me kisses. Okay, where you go? Where you go? Okay, folks, I have to, while I'm waiting for everybody to come in, I'll tell you when to say hi so that I get everybody I can in the participation list, the participants list. My garden's almost 50% of my gardens are right off. No, not 50. I'm going to say 30%. We've had so much rain and we were away when it was sunny, and I can't work among my beans while the foliage is damp. But I'm telling you, next year I am not planting onions. I might plant leeks, but I'm not planting onions or garlic or anything like that. It's just a waste of space and time for me. I cannot keep up with the weeding on stuff like that. So now I'll probably change my mind come February, right? But for the back garden next year, it's all going to be beans, pickling cucumbers, celery, and zucchini. That's it. This is pretty much all I'm going to need. I will buy onions in bulk. I don't give a crap about the price. And my tomatoes are not doing well. I've had to go cut off all the tops again, but I haven't seen any more of those split black pieces come. It's all in a video tomorrow. You'll see my garden tomorrow. And the alpine strawberries are starting to put out little strawberries. But there's these, I look at it and it's like it's been snowed, but really, 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 really tiny, like the petals of, smaller than the petals of the strawberry plant, smaller than the flower petals. And I went, what is that? And I went to touch it and it went, I've never seen moths so tiny. I mean, we're talking, can you see that little dot? They're like that size. All right. We have been here for 4 minutes. So I'm going to tell everybody right now, everybody, if you want me to say hi back, say hello now. What's the matter, Linda? We'll talk in a minute. I can't see. Everybody say hi, and then I will start asking questions, okay? Hello, 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 hello. You've got about 35, 40 seconds before I go in and say hi to everybody. Andrew! Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. I'm so proud of you, Andrew. All right. Is everybody done saying hello? That was my first cup of tea of the day. I got up, got dressed, and went out in the garden. All right. My garden beds have to be raised next year. They got to go up another 10 inches minimum. I can't do it anymore, right? All right, let's pop out the participants list and see who said hello. There is just a picture with a blank. Is it Amy Boato? I don't know, but it's just a picture. Andrew, Barefoot Chickens, Britt Wannabe, Seashell Aloha, darling. D. O'Neill, Diane Maison, JM, Karen. Where did I see that? Karen Gadberry, KD, it's got to be KD. Lissy Black, Lena K, Linda Bob. Repeat the question in a minute, Linda. Minnesota Farmer's Wife, Julie, Rhonda Huber. Where did it jumped? Robin's Nest, Stephen Alexander, Steven Seedfeld, and Tony Nicole. Is that it? Okay. I just don't want to miss anybody. So what's going on? Robin's Nest, you accidentally did something, dropped my phone. You need to get her back. What? What? I said hello to Robin's Nest. Stephen Alexander. Okay, so what's going on with Steven? Is it whitefly? And what is that, Stephen? Because I've never heard of it before. I've never seen it before. What's it from? Never mind, Bev. I was unable to undo it. Sorry. It's all good. I'm sure. Hi, Ann Jillian. Whitefly is an insect, very small and very aggressive. But what do they do? Because I've never seen that before. Hey, Patricia. How's it going? What does it do, Stephen? Like, if it's aggressive towards what? Right? They're just really, I just went, poof. It's a pest. What can I do to get rid of it? I just brushed it and they all went, whoo, and then went back down again. But the only thing it seems to be bothering is really brought in from nurseries. That's odd because I have nothing in my garden that was brought in by a nursery. They suck the life out of your plants. Well, I guess I'll sacrifice my alpine strawberries and spray some vinegar on the buggers. Oh, okay. That's good to know. So next year, I'm simplifying my garden yet again, right? I'm going to grow a lot of zucchinis next year because I canned a lot of, when I realized I got a lot of frozen zucchini, which is going to go in my soup. Some of it's going to go in my soup today, but I like it better canned, grated and canned, right? Raw packed, grated and canned because it goes in so many things. It goes in casseroles, it goes in soups, it goes in sauces, and you can't see the zucchini. You just know that there's more bulk, right? Honey, my neighbors are like 5 acres away. And my other neighbors, they don't have any plants at all. I don't even know what they do over there. I hear a lot of heavy equipment, so I think they're building something. Dish soap mixed with water. The only dish soap I have is Dawn Platinum. And the last time I did that, it killed the plants. Under the leaves. Okay, Stephen, thank you. Okay, that's good to know. That's good to know. So, hey, Kim Fraser, how are you? I'm going to be making blueberry blackcurrant jam tomorrow which you will see the next day probably. What's today? Is today Thursday? Hey, if you're on my reading channel, Reading with Beverly Wolfe, how many chapters do we have left of Little Women? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6 chapters left of Little Women. And somebody, now let me just double check this. I got to double check this. Sue has sent me a copy of Little Men and Russian recipe for zucchini. You're going to be pickling a Russian recipe for zucchini. Yum. So when Little Men gets here, we will go right from Little Women into Little Men. Okay. I think I would, I'm enjoying doing the live readings. I don't know about you guys, but if you're on Reading with Beverly Wolfe, let me know if you're enjoying the live readings, and I'll continue to do them. We'll just find more books to read. Unfortunately, I don't feel, yeah, there were mosquitoes out because it was overcast and it's cool. So, I'm making banana curd as I listen, like banana pudding, and so easy. Really, Leanne? I would like to know how to do that. Hi, Shell Bell. How are you? We haven't seen you in a while. I can't stay long, guys. I'm dealing with a very sick person today. How's he doing? How's he doing? Give my love to Dan, okay? And we'll keep you in our prayers for sure. Always, Stephen, always. Yellow bird. God bless, Steve. And we're sending you our love and prayers to you and Dan, okay? Please take care of yourself as well. All right. So, yeah, this is your video today. I am learning that I have to be kinder to this has been a really rough year so far for me. A really rough year. And I can't keep up with the stuff that's coming out fast enough. Like I watched CBC put out a thing saying, oh, trees make more carbon than they take. That's coming from the CBC. Oh, by the way, which is funded by the Canadian government. So there you go. You know when trees produce carbon is when they're burning or when they're rotting. Okay. So all that means is poor forest management. You're going to need good forest management to clean up any dead wood, to prevent fires, and any dead falling down trees that need to be, cut up and mulched or whatever, because once they start to rot, they create carbon. But I'm telling you, we know that. I'm going to do a rumble on it because you need 8 mature trees per person to negate the carbon you produce. Each person needs 8 mature trees. Do the math here, folks. There's not quite 40 million people in Canada. Times 8 trees is 320 million trees, mature trees, we need to negate the carbon, or make each person to make our country carbon neutral, you need 8 mature trees per person. We have 40 million people. Times that by 8 trees, you get 320 million trees. Are you keeping it with me so far? 320 million mature trees this country needs to negate our carbon footprint. 320 million trees. Now, the reason I keep repeating that is because I want you to listen very carefully. We need 320 million healthy, mature trees to negate each person's carbon footprint in Canada. 320 million trees. Do you know how many trees Canada has? 318 billion. That's 1,000 times more mature trees than needed. 1,000 times more. And yes, they do produce carbon dioxide when they're rotting, but that's also the circle of life for the tree. The tree is the simplest circle of life. Okay. Their root systems communicate with each other, and so do their leaves. Right. And when they burn, they produce massive amounts of, carbon dioxide and pollutants. When they rot, they start to produce carbon, but that feeds back into the tree to create oxygen. If there's carbon coming up from the ground, the trees, look at it. You burn over a field. What happens? It comes up greener. Why? Because you're burning off a lot of the dead shit. 50,000 trees just on my property. Well, you don't, and I've been seeing some really interesting stuff. Like I saw, do you know when we used to go to Arizona, my tail is tickling just in between the back of my neck, and it's giving me shivers. When we would go to Arizona, there was this place called Sonic where, it was drive-through food or whatever. And because of the high heat, they had shades over the parking areas in Sonic, so you could stay and eat your lunch in the shade. Now, I don't know about anybody else, but I saw this on, I think it was on Facebook. I don't know. But I saw it and I thought, this is brilliant, especially in places that get a lot of sun, like California, New Mexico, Arizona, Nevada. When you have Walmart parking lots, and you got to keep the Walmart open 24 hours a day, because nobody in the heat of summer is going to go to Walmart during the day because you can't get back in your vehicle afterwards. It's too friggin' hot. Instead of using thousands upon thousands of acres of farmland to build solar farms, why aren't we putting sunshades all over the parking lots in places like Nevada, California, New Mexico, Arizona, right? So that you can put solar panels on top of the shades over the parking lots. So you're going to get more people shopping because their cars are shaded, right? And you're going to free up a lot of farmland by using the sunshades that they build over parking lots as solar panel holders as well. I know. It just dawned on me why, we were driving home from Peterborough, and I see acres and acres of land taken up by solar panels. And it's like, what the frig good is that going to do if we can't grow food? Right? Hey, Garnett, you're at the lung doctors. Keep us posted. I'm going to be emailing you soon, Joe Mama, because we haven't had a good chat in a while. So I'll be probably emailing you after this. Oh, I needed that. So, we just got to look at, I heard they're going to put up artificial trees in the desert, right? Why isn't the desert full of solar panels? Not just the parking lots in town, but if you think about this, if someone like Walmart, and we know that they're crooked and they're penny pinchers and they don't treat their people well, but that's what I heard because I've never worked for them and never would. But why isn't Walmart investing in sunshades over the parking lots and then topping them with solar panels? They could then draw on the energy to run their entire store, and they'll get more customers coming in at all hours, and you wouldn't have to stay up open 24 hours. Because when I went in and when it was open 24 hours, I went in at 5 a.m. to get paint because Howie wanted to paint our mobile home in Arizona, and he wanted to start early in the day because we were there. It was like May, right? And, people thought we were nuts. They go out there and they'd watch. You'd see curtains. And Howie's out there painting in the midday sun. And they're like, he's nuts. He's crazy. If Mount St. Helens erupts, will the government tax it to offset its greenhouse gas? No, they'll tax us. They'll tax us. So now my brain is thinking, why don't they have solar panels in Death Valley? It's not like they can use it for too much. Right? Right? We think solar panels are a great solution. They are a great solution, but the implementation of them is really important. Okay? They're not so important. They're not more important than food. They're not more important than food, right? We had solar panels here, and it was a pain in the ass. It was a pain in the ass for us because how we had to get up on the roof in the winter and like when we put our roof on, we put a 612 soap. Howie said 512 soap's fine. I said 612. He said, why? I said, look at where the front of the roof is going to be. It's going to be in the sun all day. And if we want solar panels someday, that's where they're going to go. And he went, oh, right. Okay. But for us, it just wasn't enough. And we, the battery offset of the battery cost and all that stuff was just not doing it. Right. So, hey, Solitary Fairy, how's it going? Exactly. Why don't they have solar panels in Death Valley? Why don't they have solar panels everywhere people need shade? Put up shade roofs over all the parking lots in the southern states and the western state. Think about this. Think about places that are hot in the summer. In the States, you guys have all kinds of places that have a lot of sun and a lot of heat. I didn't know you had a reading channel. Awesome. Oh, yeah. I've recorded all the little House of the Prairie books. I'm not as good as I listen to it now and I hear all the choppiness, but I don't have time to re-record them all. I've recorded A Tree Grows in Brooklyn. I've recorded A Lantern in Her Hand, 9 Brides in Granny Height. Hey, Brenda Tomaso! Which email? What was it about, Brenda? Disney in different parks would benefit. Yeah, like Disney needs to benefit any more than it already has. Hipstein. Not bad. Enjoying the cool off. Got down to 49 last night. Well, I'm telling you, I don't have any fans on right now. But I do have soup in the crock. And I have to go. I don't have any celery. Listen to me. I'm going to go out and cut down a couple of celery plants. And I'll just leave the bottoms in and they'll continue to grow. Hubby's work here in Tennessee did that. Put covers up and top them with solar panels. Really cut back the electric bill and sell back to the electric company. Exactly. ConnectedHeartsFamily@gmail.com or Bev Wolfe, all one word. Okay. Let's give you Bev Wolfe. It's easier. Please, if you're sending me an email and you want to ask me something, Please put something in the subject line so that I will catch it. Okay. You're welcome, sweetheart. You're welcome. Houston sounds miserable now. Why? What's going on in Houston? What's going on in Houston? Anyway, I have to go. I'm going to go out and cut some celery. And I'm going to chop up an onion and a couple of carrots and throw it in the pot. And then I'm going to do my dishes and make some noodles. This is Mrs. Volpe from Life with the Volpe saying you're going to get a video on what my garden looks like. And yes, folks, my onions and my leeks are a write-off. I'm sure I was trying to pull the weeds in my onions and I was pulling up onions. So I just let them go and I will glean what I can in the fall. Right now, I'm focusing on my beans, my zucchini, my celery, and my pickling cucumbers and my tomatoes. All right. I love you guys. Oh, no power since Burl and Houston. Right. Texas would be another place that would benefit from a lot of solar panels over parking lots and on top of buildings and stuff. I love you guys. Never forget that. Just because I can't see you doesn't mean I don't give a shit. Doesn't mean I don't love you, because I do. My heart sees more than my eyes. Take care. God bless.